New episode. I swear, do I look good enough? Ben worriedly asked while checking himself out in the mirror, making this the fourth time he is questioning the same thing, making me chuckle. Bro, you are good. It's just Chase. Your fashion sense is off the hook. You don't need to worry about looking savvy, I giggled. Can't you understand? It's the first time I'm meeting him. Like, you know how much I wish to meet my mate. I'm a sucker for a romance book. Now that is actually going to happen. I can't help but shit my pants. I might need a diaper. He face palmed. Okay, that's enough. You're worrying too much. Chase already love you. He can't wait to meet you. You have seen our text, right? I pointed out the obvious. I know Yuna, but still he's like the gayest man I have came across. I just don't want to disappoint him like everyone else. He whispered the last part to himself, make me plaster a sad smile of comfort toward him in a sorrow because of what he has been through. He was still visible trying to improve his mental health just like me, even though his part of a story is very different from mine. But whenever we would sit together and talk about our worst fear, it's become emotionally deep to the point where we cry with each other. I have not seen him at his worst. Heck, I don't know if I will be able to stay still if I do. Just getting a small glimpse of how he become when he breaks just taught me more about self-worth and how much it brings people down even when you are absolutely amazing. Ben was insecure for no reason. Everything about him was just adorable. Yes, he is the polar opposite of how he looked like. It was clear that even though Grace was the most peaceful person I have ever met until it became Ben, my mother brother was going to be dominant wolf. Ben had no experience with the guys whatsoever, but unfortunately, even if there were homosexual people in the pack, their mate would be often you outside the pack, causing them to travel all the way outside, leaving him alone. So naturally, I made it a habit for him to always come to me whatever he would be upset. He is the exactly age of Tehong, still not much into the mystery of adulthood, so it was easier for me to talk to him too. I quickly got off the bed and walked toward him to hug him, and he immediately flinched at my touch after gulping the bite down his throat. You will never disappoint him. Chase is not like those people, and furthermore, you are amazing. You can't let them affect you. I know how you are feeling. I have been in your place before, but someone taught me in the past to never listen to people who don't mean anything to me. I smiled at him joyful as he hugged me back with his breath and nodded in understanding. I know, but the fear is something I can't get rid of that easily. Okay, you never know that might happen when we met. What if something wrong happened? What if he realized he does not wanna be my mate once he see me? He asks in a broken voice which make my heart break. He would never think about that ever, I guarantee you. My brother is not like you both are perfect for each other. You will complete each other, okay? I don't think in a bad way. Everything is fine and well. And remember to put your sandalwood coal in. Oh, he's upset with it. I giggled before pulling up and fixing his blazer properly to adjust it on his board shoulder properly. You know, I never got the chance to say thank you for everything you have done. He murmured softly, for what? I have not done anything. I rolled my eyes. You helped me find real friends. Heck, you helped me gain confidence for my mate, and I was willingly to improve just for him. But now I want to do it for the both of us. You take care of those mean people, and without you, I would not have been a safe circle around me. He simply explained while I smirked. Please, you think I will let people take you down? You are family, Ben, and there's no need to thank me. Just take care of my nutcase brother, yeah? And also yourself. That was matter to me. Keep each other happy. I laughed as he chuckled and nodded at my words. Also, One more thing, he started. You don't have three brothers, you have four. If anyone bother you, I will slit their throats before I'll forget the chance to do it, okay? He said in a happy, bitter tone which made me snort. I'm glad I have another testosterone overloaded in my life. Thank you, Ben, but I have just one question. I did plant, yeah. I have observed you and you are very tough, okay? You think you are really weak when you're really not. I have seen many wolves get scared of you during a regular day, and it's a good thing because it creates an impression to not mess with you. You are really brave and strong, and you are almost as dangerous as they hung when you are angry, and you defeat all of us when you are pissed off. Have you tried doing that for yourself when I'm not there? I spoke in a small voice as his lips turned into a thin line by my question. Stiff cut. I don't want anyone to feel like how I have felt for years. No matter how much I try, there are always going to be a part of me who would criticize myself. I'm not ashamed of who I am, but my self love is tough to achieve. But I will do it one day for all our sakes. He signed. Good, you deserve better. Guess sometime people never learn. I chuckled while patting his back proudly as we did our secret handshake together shortly afterward. Yunazuri screamed frantically through the hallways of the castle, making both of us flinch on our spot because of the echo in her voice as she came into our room, panting like a dog as she held a horrified expression on her face. Zoo, what's wrong? Are you okay? I quickly went up to her with a worried face, with Ben following me as she almost collapsed on the floor because of not having oxygen in her lungs, causing me to catch her on time. You need to come with me now. What is this place? I murmured to myself a little nervously while looking at the huge room we just entered, which had high ceiling and water painting on the glass wall, being very spacious in a journal. There were many wooden benches in front of us, as everyone I knew from the pack was seated in their respective place, looking tense as ever while murmuring things to each other. As soon as they came to know that I entered the room, they stood up and bowed at me respectfully, almost questioning me about what the hell was going on, making me look like a chicken who's confused because of not knowing the answer myself. "This is the courtroom," Zuri whispered with her anxiety peaking before dragging me and Ben to the front of few benches. "The code were what? I thought you specified. Hope I don't have to encounter this. What's going on? Why is everyone so tense?" I whispered back. I don't know. It seems like there is going to be a session or a trial going on. It was a small emergency about something against someone thrown nefarious evidence and was requested to happen thanks to some privilege because of the shown evidence from the council. I don't know what it's about, but I think it's involved you. Zuri panicked as my eyes widened at her words immediately while Ben crowed behind us. I knew a bit about this system after learning a bit since the past few days, not really paying much attention because it was too complicated. If a person has something against someone and they have the physical evidence for a specific crime, a small trial is approved and will occur with the help of the pack council. But with a crowd like this, it was something else. What about everyone else? Are they already here? I asked while referring to our mates. Yeah, they arrived a few minutes ago. I don't know where they are. Yes, Minna replied after hearing my question as we all sat together in front, and even she looked uneasy. I glanced at the people who were talking among themselves, seeing them whisper about the arrival of two different gods today, but not really paying much thought to that because, like everyone else, I have noticed a very familiar face in a suit, and she looked determined as Cindy. What is she doing here? At least please tell me that everyone is okay, no one is hurt, right? I plead. Don't worry, you know all the guys are fine. Carl mentions Azoring making me sign in real life. What the is going on here? Where are they? Why are they not back home? Should not they meet us before doing a meeting? Ben sneered. Even I thought so. I could not get a hold of a Jungkook either. His mind linked that it was very impulsive. All the men who came back were not able to speak with anyone as they were forced into the pack meeting ground to the discussion something really important Maya clubbed. And guess what? Cindy attended that meeting. Mark suddenly spoke as he arrived beside me, making me take in the air around me as his, not liking that all. I swear if it's having to do with something stupid, I'm going to step into the moon goodness door and flicked her forehead for making her exist. Okay, I stuttered, not knowing what to do about it, as people started to emerge from the door behind the courtroom, causing the atmosphere to thicken with tension. All this time, my heart was racing. I don't know what's going on, but with the tense atmosphere, I know something is not right. Is Tehun okay? Did something happen when they came back? Is it about the cross issue? Is everyone else okay? After a few minutes of waiting, I saw a very tall and tan man enter with a beautiful girl beside him, having a cold expression on his face, so holding out gaze like a knife as he strolled down casually toward the middle of the room. The girl beside him looked stunning gorgeous as he confused as we did. She was holding the man's hand while whispering to him before scanning the room herself before her eye landed on me. I pressed my lips into a thin line from the eye contact as she gave me a comforting smile before waving at me in a friendly manner, and I gave her a weak one before they took their seat in the front few seat that faced us as yet another couple came in with their hands together. This couple looked a lot more older than everyone else, almost middle-aged, but they looked very wise. Their expressions were not that intense like the previous couple, but instead was more calmer than many wolves in here, making me notice that both the couple had a very different sense, probably belonging to a different pack, as they sat beside the powerful man in the front, and suddenly they nodded at me. What the hell is going on? Why is everyone looking at me? This is scary. Almost every single man and woman who entered with these couple wore all black clothes thing and watched my figure getting squeezed with the people beside me. Their eye bored into my soul as I shifted uncomfortably on my seat because of it, while Maya gave me a soaring pat on the back to calm me down. And then I saw them enter, all of them. First the Gamma family, Yokozimin and my brother, as immediately when Kaz had chased after his entering, causing both of them to stare at each other with a twinkling eyes. They stared at each other like they were the only people in the room, obviously having the maid pause, as everywhere both couple does at the first sight, and I knew my suspicions of them being maids were true, as I saw Chase's eyes color change because of his wolf. But then he broke the eye contact and looked away. What the hell? What? Ben asked in a broken voice, looking at me for some advice before I quickly turned to him. Do not panic, he won't reject you. Don't jump to conclusion. He must be tense from what is happening today. Please don't take this in a wrong way. I quickly assured him as he nodded softly at me before looking on the ground. It's like history is repeating itself. Chase is Taehong. I'm Ben. I remember the meeting in Red Moon Walls like crystal. And then Jungkook entered the room with a bunch of men by his side as he glanced at Zuri for a split second, giving her a small nod that probably signaled to not worry to that much. Looking at me with a warning eyes before heading toward the middle with my brothers where they stood in front of the two powerful couples. Can you hear me, Tinker? I hear Jungkook mind link me. Yes, what's going on here? Why do all look so intense? I don't really have much of an idea. The meeting happened between the three god and I and other could not get much about it. Is someone in trouble? I don't know, I just have a bad feeling about you. So whatever happened, just stay strong, okay? Cut the bullshit, Jungkook, you are scaring me. He cut off the connection because of reaching his destination at the side along with the other man making my heart throb in my chest, presuming causing Ben to pat my shoulder in comfort after hearing my heartbeat making my palms sweat. I even recognized the rude warrior coming in with Jungkook as he held his usual scowl at everyone without giving a damn about the tension around him. And then he entered, the face I have been longing to see for a whole week, my tete, but his expression was not what I was expecting to see after 6 days without him. Taehong entered the room with a furious snail on his face as he looked at no one in particular, and he did not spare a glance at me either. He was doing what everyone did, walk to the center and stay there. He did not move after that, he just glared at the floor with his eyebrows frowned, and it made me super uneasy to see him like this. Eve, I'm scared. What happened to everyone? I don't like this. Why is he upset? I don't know myself, Yuna. Even I don't like to see him upset, Eve whispered for the first time as she was clearly hurt by the sight of our mate being uneasy, already wanting to comfort him before the people near Sandy instructed everyone to take a seat. Everyone in the center took their seat as the two couples sat above everyone, with just Taehyung and his parents at seat ahead of them. It looked like the two couples were the judge, as the seating arrangement made it seem that way. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. Before we start this trial, I have two requests to be confirmed by the three gods. Cindy boomed into the he quit the courtroom after starting her speech, making me huff to myself after seeing the sudden authority she was given as she glanced at the middle-aged couple. Alfazin, I would like to commence the silence code during the next few minutes for a very important discussion. She insisted, and immediately people behind me started to murmur amongst each other. What is the silence code? I quickly asked while facing Carly. It's a code granted by only Alphazin to comment. All the wolves do not speak for some time. This means no mind link, no one speak, and everyone is quiet. We can't mind link anyone in the room or outside, she explained with a nervous bite to her lips. As my eye widened at her words, I can't even talk to Taehyung through the mind link. What are you doing, Mo? Goodness. And my second request is that after I'm done speaking, I would only want Alpha Tehong to comment on it. I want everyone else to be quiet and respect the speaker. Cindy finished as the elderly couple looked at me with sad eyes, almost having a conflict in their mind about something, while Mia and Kian glared at Cindy. Cindy was not alone. She has Brookie beside her. Brookie was holding a lot of files in her hand, making me wonder what was inside them. What does it have to do with me? I'm guessing the first intense couple is Alpha Namjoon and his mate, and even they both lost their cold expression and stare at me with a warm eyes, almost as in seeing a baby. Okay, is there seriously something on my face that everyone is looking at me? I wanna go home. I just wanna go. I want to speak to Taehyung. This is not fair. Then all of a sudden Alpha Jin stood up on his seat with a desperate exhale, clearing his throat as everyone around me listened to him intensely. For the next 20 minutes, every single wolf present in the room, excluding Sandy and Alpha Tehong, is to be following the silence code. If you are communicating without permission, there will be consequences. If you don't want to be under the silence code, please kindly leave. And furthermore, you can start the trial, Cindy.